Thank you very much for joining in. This is the GCSE Grade 9 Secrets live webinar, and this happens to be the last one in September cohort which we have. And the Gen Z study revision plan, which I'm gonna show you today, is is going to answer that big question, how to get the top grades, grade nines in GCSEs. And I'm going to break it down step by step, what you need to look for, top three mistakes, what revision plan you need to look for, what are the grade boundaries. All of that is combined together into one place. And this is the only pretty webinar that you will need to know how to prepare for GCSE. Sounds great, everyone? Yeah. So whether you're in year 9, 10, or 11, whatever year you guys are in, I'm going to show you timeline on what to prepare, how to prepare in this live webinar. So let's get started. And to look at that, we will explore Gen Z study revision plan in detail and learn effective strategies to support your child's academic achievement, because we have done it. We have hundreds of year 11s last year. 2025 May June cohort was one of our best ever cohort, which we have refined through the years of experience. And a lot of students were at the grade struggling at grade 6 or a 7, and they pushed it to a grade 8 or a 9. Say yes if you're looking for something similar to that. So whichever your child is currently in, you want to know what to do, how to get that grade 8 or 9 band. That's where we are looking at, right? Let's get started, everyone. So firstly, we will look at current issues. And this is a lot to do by yourself, because I don't know what has happened to the education system. I'm going to show you some stats, and I'm not just speculating this, you can check it yourself. GCSE maths, we're going to link it with the GCSE maths, very important. And I'm going to show you what filter questions versus predicted style questions is. And this is from the examiners. I'll show you examples so you will understand, oh, does something like this exist? You will get it, but it's pretty common sense. I'll show you how that is done. Common mistakes to avoid. Gen Z study revision plan, we will get there in about 20 minutes from now. And learning through visualization and retrieval practice, this is super important to learn fast and remember for a longer period of time. And of course, I'll show you our cutting edge platform, meet our team of teachers who are qualified teachers and examiners only. And of course, there will be a Q&A for parents at the end of this live webinar. So if you have any friends who are also parents, or a child in year 9 or 10 or 11, please share the link and let them join as well. That will be a massive help for us as well. So everyone, let's get to know each other. My name is Vish, and I'm joining live from Rochester, Kent, Gillingham. Where are you guys joining in? Could you type in your city and your year group, maybe London and year 10, something like that. Mohammed, you're joining from London, year 11. Excellent. Hello, Dr. Dami. Welcome. London, year 10. Amazing. Milton Keynes, Newcastle. Where is that? Srini, Ebbsfleet Valley. Okay. North London, London. Near me. In fact, okay, I haven't. Uh, did you mean? Okay, amazing, amazing. London, Peterborough, Bishops, Shotford. Yeah, Stoke-on-Trent. Amazing, guys. The whole of UK is here. Grace. Anyone from Essex here? Dartford. Okay, okay. Salisbury. Berliner, where are you? In Essex. London. Ballerina, yeah. Ilford, amazing, amazing. Okay, great, great. Thank you for joining, everyone. So, firstly, a bit of background about myself. My name is Vishnudas Hari. I'm the founder of Edviro Academy, and my educational background is in engineering. My undergraduation was in mechanical engineering, and my master's was in mechanical engineering and engineering management as well. My experience with GCSE and A levels goes back way in the days when I was tutoring students at my uni days. That's 12 years back. And ever since then, I've been continuously teaching GCSEs, year 9, 10, 11, and A level maths and physics as well. For the past 5 years, I have been an engineering university lecturer at Anglia Ruskin University in Chelmsford, Essex. So I teach a specific module online. It's called the computer aided engineering. It's a completely remote taught module. And for the past 3 years in Kent, I'm also a technical lecturer. I teach HNC, which is Higher National Certificate, and BTech for engineering students as well. So that's my background in education and experience to run this live webinar. So we're going to discuss a little bit about what's happening in the UK's educational system right now. Now, some of the major problems, these are the top two problems that we face that I have seen for running webinars last year and even this year as well. Number one is what content must be taught in year 9, 10, and 11 is completely subjective to school. Now, what I mean by that is different schools will have their own subject content. However, everyone is going to write pretty much the exact same paper. Did that make sense? So they will teach different content in year 9, 10, or 11. Some schools, they are shortage of teachers and their contents, they don't teach much in year 9, they teach in year 10 and 11. Some schools, they are all right. They teach a lot in year 9 and in year 10, they get proper exam practice in year 11. So it really depends on school to school on how the subject content is taught. Now that brings us to another problem, which is not following the scheme of work. So, scheme of work is basically an Excel sheet or a PDF that teachers will have. And this breaks down what needs to be taught every day or every week in school. So it's basically an entire plan for year 9, 10, or 11. Now, how many of you here just say yes or no? If you had frequent teachers being changed, you had supplementary teachers in your core subjects last year or even this year. Say yes or no. I would like to know. I have got so many yeses coming. One no so far. Couple of no. Shibi says no. Sometimes this was last year. Okay, so there are some no's to be honest here. Mama GCSE, thank you. Okay, but some yeses coming through. The problem with scheme of work, because I work in the educational industry, scheme of work is it needs to be properly hand over by teachers. And so many handovers are not done properly, which means teachers can teach you any specific topic which is out of the scheme of. I've seen this so many times, and therefore you might be feeling or thinking that, oh, the school is teaching, but they're building gap in knowledge. Now, how do I know this? Let's get there in some time. So the question is, how do you track your gap in knowledge? Again, ask yourself, do you know what you don't know? Simple question. Do you know what you guys are missing out? Do you know you're supposed to study this now, but are you missing it out? Do you get my point? So that is how you will track your gap in knowledge. That's one of the biggest problem. Now, this is happening because in 2024, there's a massive shortage for qualified teachers in the UK. 40,000 plus teachers have resigned their job. They are now either working abroad or they're full-time online tutors. So the tutoring industry, the private tutoring industry has boomed, whereas the actual teachers who go to physical school and teach, 40,000 plus teachers have resigned from their job. Now, there's also an increase in number of students from last year. And there is also a lot more to this. You can read this online. There has been budget cuts on going to schools, etc. So they're not able to invest a lot more into teachers, etc., which simply results less attention per student. And at the exact same time, when it comes to GCSEs, the combined effect is less time for exam prep. I'll give you a quick example. Last year, we had a large year 11 cohort. I'm teaching physics. A student says, Sir, I haven't been taught this particular topic in year 10 or 11. This is the first time I'm learning this and I'm glad that you're going through it. And this is happening just 2 months before GCSEs, right? And that's scary. So a student didn't know that he had to prepare for that specific topic until he was in a tuition class. And that's really bad in terms of teaching quality. I could measure where this is going. So let me touch with GCSE maths. So when you look at GCSE maths, you have three papers. Each paper is 1.5 hours, 80 marks each, one non-calculator, two calculators. The total is 240. Do anyone in here know what is the grade boundary to get a grade 9? So to achieve the top grade, grade 9, what should you get out of this 240? Anyone, can you type it in? What is your guess? What is the total you need to get out of 240, guys? Type that in. But while you go do that, okay, I'm getting some answers: 220, 215, 197, etc. I'm going to put a poll just to understand what's the demographics of you guys in this webinar. So just please choose your current year group from September. Okay, there we go. The poll is live. So, as you guys are saying, the grade boundaries from last year for maths was 198 to get the top grade. Is everyone clear on it? 198. And this year, it is 217. Mokshika, you mentioned it. Marshall, you also said that. It is 217 this year, about 20 marks added further from 198 to 217. All right. So it's even getting tougher to get a grade 9 for that band. Now, speaking about which, I want to talk to you about what predicted style of question and filter style of question is. And this is where it's going to make a difference. So I'm going to switch my screen to a PDF. Can you all see this PDF? Just say yes if you guys can. Yeah, can you all see it? This is an exam booklet, past exam booklet from Edexcel Maths. It's a 786 page long, but if you are doing AQA or OCR or IGCSE Edexcel, don't worry. What I'm about to show you works with every exam board, okay? Every exam board is exactly the same how it works, what I'm going to show you, the theory of it. So I'm typing in the word proportional, all right? And I'm picking up this question. So this question, I believe you guys can see it. This is a topic called direct and inverse proportions. I know parents are not very technical about maths topics, but have a look what I have to show you. Find a formula for y in terms of x. That's the question in this question, all right? I'm going to the next question from a different paper. It says find a formula for h in terms of t. Instead of, before it was y and x, but this time it says h and t, okay? Going back, this is another question. Y in terms of, find a formula for y in terms of x again. This is a different question. Another one, find the value of y when x is 64. Can you all see there was something similar in all those four questions? They were pretty much asking the same thing, worded differently. Would you agree with that? Say yes if you would agree with this. This is what we call predicted style of question. And what that means is every paper will have a number of topics which is set and it's going to come up. Do you get me? It is going to be there. So you can go there, smile, and see that question and answer it confidently because you know it's going to be there. It could be spread out between the three papers, but you can prepare for those predicted style of questions from now. Okay, it's going to be there. Why will it be there? Because there's only certain ways they can ask you that specific question. And if you look at all the past exam papers since the new curriculum has changed from 9 to 1 from 2017 onwards, if you look at the papers from 2018 onwards all the way until 2023, which is available to us, you will see the same pattern repeated of again each year. Is that clear, everyone? So that is predicted style of question, which is a great news. All right. There are a lot of topics that will come under this particular category, a lot of topics. Now I'm going to take you and show you what is a filter question. So here we have a filter question. Please pay attention. Look at this question. This was a one-off question in a past exam paper which came that year. It wasn't it, a similar type of question never came up ever before in any of the past exam paper, any of the exam board. It's brand new. Let me take you to another one. Here is another filter questions. This question has got a topic called sector. There's some algebra right there. And when you solve this, this will form equation with algebra. You need to remember the formula of sector. And you also need to solve using quadratics. There are about 3 to 4 topics in one question. And such a question was never seen before, which means when you're looking at an exam paper, you will have mainly 2 categories of question. One is the predicted style of question, which you guys know how to do it because you are solving it at school. You know what to do. But there is another set of question, which we call the filter question, all right, which will have multiple topics in it. And it is unpredictable. They can bring in they're very creative about this. Every year, there will be a different style of question coming through. So, how many of you here have written a paper and you feel like right at the beginning, you're okay, but towards the end, that 5, 6 questions towards the end is too hard? Say yes if you have found that. Or maybe say yes if you resonate with me. Maybe it's not too hard, but you don't know how to get started. Or maybe the school, what they teach is lighter, and these kind of questions are a bit more tougher. Or you could be lost in the middle of the question. You get started, you do some stuff, and if it's a 5 mark question, you manage to get 1 or 2, but not the full 5 marks. Do you see all of this is happening with the filter question? And this is where a lot of marks are gone. I see this with a lot of papers as well. Towards the end, it's blank. The student have not written anything much. How many of you resonate with me on that part? It's blank towards the end. It's you're lost. It's too hard, something like that. Maybe end of year 10 exams, etc. Right? So, why are we discussing about this? Is everyone clear? Those 2 categories, predicted style questions and filter style questions. Okay. Now, look at this one. What is a necessity of filter style question? So did you all understand it's super simple. You need to ace in predicted style of questions and you need to also master filter questions to get the top grades. We know that. But in the UK, 40% of students failed the GCSE math exam in 2023. This is for 2024. 41% students in the UK failed GCSE math exam in 2024. You can Google this. This is from Ofcol. And in 2025, I didn't make this. This is directly from Ofcol. You can download this as you can take screenshots and download the data. It's all there. 42% students failed in 2025, right? I'm talking about grade 3 and less, from grade 3, 2, and 1, and ungraded. 56% students got less than a grade 5. How many of you find this shocking? Gulin, I'm not too sure. 2017, 2018, I have no idea. I didn't check on it. How many of you guys find this data shocking? 42% students in a country fail their GCSE math exam, although they have got a foundation tier given to them. A foundation and a higher tier is to separate students so that the failure rate is less. But still, 42% students fail. Now, if you look at this graphs here, this is from 2024. This is where grade 5 is where foundation year and higher tier students can get in, and the maximum grade for foundation is grade 5. But from grade 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, there is a nice linear filtration. right? It's getting less and less and less. It's a linear filtration. It's a line that I've drawn on top of it. And this is what's happening with the filter question. Only 3.8% of the entire population in the UK get to that grade 9. 3.8% compared to about 15% of entire UK population studies in a grammar school or a independent school as well. But only 3.8% students get to that grade 9, which is very, very less compared to the whole population of students writing that exam. So why is this important? It's happening because of few mistakes, in my opinion, and other examiners as well agree with this. Number one is not giving attention until it's too late. I want to take you to a timeline. This here is the perfect timeline that a student should be preparing for. How many of you guys are aware that GCSEs is not just year 11? Just say yes if you are aware of it. That could be the reason why you guys are here, right? Yeah, GCSE preparation starts from year 9 onwards. All right, you need to be preparing from year 9 onwards. Let me prove you why it is so important. You see, there's a lot of content. There is a lot of content with, if you're taking 8 or 9 subjects, there's a lot of content. Mm. Go lane, don't worry. So year 9 content, this is the yellow bar, some overlap to the orange bar, which is the year 10 content, and we have year 11 content. Now, what that means is the GCSE content must be learned or taught to a student in year 9 and 10, and year 11 must be a year of preparation. All right. This blue at the end is exam practice. You need to have some light work, light exam practice all the way from year 9, all the way in year 10, and then heavy exam practice in year 11 to master and understand both predicted style of questions and filter style of questions. Bear in mind, year 9 and 10 is a longer academic year. Year 11 starts from September, ends in April, May, June is exam. Whereas the other groups, they have time until end of July. Is that clear, everyone? Just say if you guys got clear with this timeline, because I'm going to show you a chaotic timeline, which is this one. So at schools, we see that year 9s, it's a bit draggy, right? So this is a question to year 10. Just say yes if I'm saying the right thing. In year 9, maybe in sciences, you might have stayed in a chapter for too long. Like, let's say in physics, the energy chapter was taught in 3 months. How many of you guys had that experience? Like, we had that with previous students. It took too long. The content was just not moving, right? Shibi says yes. Tejal says yes. Shruti says yes. This is the problem. That's why I have created the year 9 content to be smaller. A lot of content is pushed to year 10 with gap in knowledge. And by end of year 10, there is a mock exam, right? And year 11 topic, year 11, guys, this is a question for you. How many of you had this experience? Your end of year 10 exam, which was this July, all right? You felt like they asked you questions which was not taught. There was in your end of year 10 mock exam or end of year 10 exam, there were topics in maths or whatever which you didn't know and you feel like it wasn't taught at school. Year 11s, this is a question for you. Say yes if you had that, say no if you didn't. Sahidul says yes. Sarva says few. Mark says yes. Suma says yes. Now, what happens? A lot of content is left to year 11. And by about March, April, students burn out. Burnout is real. They can't take in a lot more content. They just go write the exam. And that's where their ability stops. And that's why we have such a low rate of students who are still capable not moving to that grade 9, 8 band, right? I just showed you with this one. This is for maths only. If you check out for combined science, can anyone guess what's the rate of students who get grade 9? Anyone guess? Just a wild guess. We're gonna move quick. It is 1%, everyone. 1%, 1.1% students get a grade 9 in sciences. Okay, I'm talking about physics, chemistry, and biology. It's even worse in sciences. So we discuss about the content. The next is revision. So a lot of students, they don't have a fully prepared revision plan with them. They also struggle with school content. They don't have textbooks. And when exam comes, they don't know how to prepare. How many of you have this issue as well? Even the mocks are coming for year 11. You are struggling on how to prepare for them. You know, you got to go back to the past exam questions. You get it. But where to get started, what to do, what topics is going to come up, how to answer it, all of that, right? That's coming under revision strategy, which I'm going to show you in some time. The next one, everyone, is silly, careless mistakes. 10 marks is lost per paper because of silly, careless mistakes. There has to be a way. You need to develop that practice of eliminating silly, careless mistakes. Because of silly, careless mistakes, students' grades can literally drop quite a lot. If you're a grade 9 student, you can go to grade 8 because of that one silly, careless mistake. There are students who lost a grade 9 for 2 marks or 3 marks, and they give it for remarking, right? So that is coming from silly, careless mistake. These are top three mistakes you want to avoid if you want to simply jump up your grades. Give attention as soon as possible. Always have revision plan and avoid silly, careless mistakes. Now, let's go to the Gen Z study revision method. This is developed for high performing university students. What I've done is I've crammed it down and made it simple for you guys so you can have a plan. Are you ready? It's a three-step process, okay? Step number one is identify topics that's hard for you guys, right? When I say hard, I got to define what is hard. What topics are hard generally for you? Maybe, for example, in maths, you find trigonometry a bit more harder or wordy questions a bit more harder. You got to identify those topics. Now, in case if you're just starting out in year 9, you can match these topics with what's taught at school currently. Okay, so you need to have a written a list of topics that you find a bit harder. Knowing your target grade. What is your target grade, guys? What is your target grade? Let's go for maths. What is your target grade? Not the school's grade, okay? Not what they told you you could get, but what would you like to get? What is your target grade? Can you type it in? 9, 8, what is it? Give me a specific grade. Don't give me a range, 7 to 8. No, no, no. One grade. Okay, everyone who's typing in 8, I promise you, you can get a grade 9. Everyone who is taking a 7, you can get a grade 9 as well. So there's a lot of you guys typing in 8, right? We can go for a grade 9. Why not? So this is your target grade. Suma, no problem. This is your target grade. This is the Gen Z study revision plan. Now, the target grade is not come to, will not come to you unless you work for it. That's for sure. So are you guys ready to work for it? I'm going to show you how to do it. Right? Are you ready to work for it? That's the first question. If you're not, then it's not going to happen. That's for sure. That's common sense, right? Students, are you here? Are you going to work for it? Yeah, I'm going to show you what to do. Ready? Yeah. Okay. So week one, topic one, we're going to study that specific topic. Let's just say it is compound interest or simple and compound interest. And day two, you did that again. You did simple and compound interest from maths. Day three, four, five. And if you're in year 11, you can add day six as well, no problem. You need to be doing past exam questions from that specific topic. What was our topic? Simple and compound interest. Is this clear, guys? Yeah. And moving to week two, we will go and do another topic, quadratics, maybe quadratic graph or factorization. Quadratic graph here, factorization there. Day three, four, five. you want to go back to simple and compound interest once again. All right. And make sure you do some past exam paper questions. Week three now. Week three, you're going to add two more topics. Maybe it could be completing the square method, whatever you feel you need to achieve as soon as possible. That could be the topic. Now, for year nines, you can add any topic that's being taught at school. So, this is a revision plan. But at some point during week three, you got to go back to week two content and week one content as well. Week four is a full blown revision week. Now, this is the study structure. This is built on 5 days. You can absolutely make it 6 days a week, okay, to fit in more content and more exam practice. But within this plan, every week you have a weekly target. Is everyone clear? Let me show you how that weekly target is embedded. What was the topic we did in week one? We did compound, simple and compound interest, correct? So I'm just going back to my past exam booklet and I'm just typing in interest, right? Can you all see this question, guys? This is a compound interest question from a past exam paper, and it's a 4 mark question. I'm going to pick up another question. This is a 5 mark compound interest question. This one is a 3 mark question. This is another one. This is a 4 + 1 5 mark question. Keep going, keep going. This one here, this is another 4 mark question. Can you all agree an average of 4 marks was there from that topic? Simple and compound interest, average of 4 marks. Yeah, that average of 4 to 5 marks from one topic, and your target is 2 topics per week. Is the target clear to you guys? Please tell me yes if the target is clear per week. From one subject, let's say maths, you want to go for 5 to 8 marks per week. Am I learning a specific topic? Okay, don't focus on everything at once. A specific topic. If that topic come in the exam, I'm going to eat it. That's what you should feel. It's not going to be a problem. I have the appetite for it. That's what you need to feel. Week one, target roughly is 8 to 10. We need to keep that target. Week two, and as you go weekly, you're solidifying that week one target. It's yours now. A question will definitely come up. Yeah, a question will definitely come up. There will be a question from, if you're looking at physics, there will be a question from electricity. So electricity can be broken into 8 or 9 subtopics: series, parallel, LDR, LED, thermistor, all of that. Are you with me, guys? So once you week by week, you're getting through those specific topics. And here's the point. By the end of the month, your target for that specific subject can vary anywhere between 16 to 24 marks. Okay? 16 to 24 marks. And if you're in year 11, guys, you have another 9 months or roughly about 7 months before your exam starts, right? Yeah. So multiply that weekly target with 7. So if you have a weekly target of, monthly target of 20, multiply it with 7, you're going to get, you're roughly between 140. Even if you can increase to 120 marks, guys, you have jumped up your grades for sure. 100% you have gone 2 grades up by 100 marks. Is that clear to you? So that means you got to ask every week, starting maybe from this weekend. You need to say, how I worked for 8 marks from this subject. Okay, so how do we do this for every subject? Now, honestly, tell me, how much time do you think you could spend for, let's say, maths per day on a weekday? How much time do you think you could invest into it? It's an investment, everyone. How much time do you guys think you could spend a day per subject onto this plan? Type it in, please. I usually get this all the time. Srini, I like that. I like that one. Usually 1 hour. But the time investment you need to have is 20 to 30 minutes. Okay. Year 11s, let's hold it at 30 minutes. What can you do in 30 minutes, right? What are you going to do in 30 minutes? You see that day 3, you are going to do 3 to 4 past exam questions from compound interest, and that's it. Do you need 1 hour to do 3 to 4 questions from compound interest if you have learned the content? Definitely we don't. So day 3, 4, 5, you're only doing 3 to 4 questions. You're not finishing a chunk in one day and leaving it for good. You're breaking it down at regular intervals. It's just like going to the gym. If you work out very hard for one day, the next day you're going to be very tired and your body is going to ache too much. And if it is not regular, you will not see the results. But let's say a 40 minutes, 45 minutes in the gym, pretty much every day will give you a better results. Did you guys understand the strategy? So it's short, peek through those topics, 3 to 4 questions, 3 to 4 questions, pretty much every day for the first week, and then the next week, and then the next week, and the next week, you guys will achieve your target, right? How do we do this for multiple subjects? Firstly, how many GCSE subjects are you guys doing? 8, 9? Type it in, please. Oh my God, 11, 10, 11. Guys, this is just one thing I want to say. You got to prioritize your subjects. Okay, should be not a problem. You want to make sure you prioritize your subject, which means you got to give importance to certain subjects, that's up to you, that you think you need to achieve the top grades. Is that clear to you guys? Prioritizing your subject. I'm not going to suggest any subject in this meeting, but you got to prioritize your subjects. Or if you're in a lower set in year 9 or 10, you got to prioritize that subject. Is that clear? Is everyone clear with me? And apply the Gen Z study revision plan. So if your aim is to move up a set or get a better grade in this particular subject, you got to prioritize that subject. So day 1, you could do maths for 30 minutes, 10 minutes break, physics, 10 minutes break, chemistry. Rotate in day 2, maths, physics, biology. Day 3, maths, chemistry, physics. Day 4, maths, physics, biology. You're rotating it. And on all those days, maths was there. Maths is your number 1 priority subject. That's why maths is there. Got it? So you can rotate these subjects. And how would you make it on a Google Calendar? You can easily make it on a Google Calendar. In our lessons, we show students how to make this study revision plan. There's a video about it, and you can make it on a Google Calendar, and it's super helpful. Right. So the next part, guys, is learning about how can you learn visually. You see, from our courses, so we provide live lessons from qualified teachers and examiners for maths, physics, chemistry, biology, and English. And for maths and science, a lot of the theories that we teach is completely visualized. You need to understand what's happening so that you can remember it easily. So our platform has a lot of content about maths in a visual format. And to understand how that is, I'm just going to play a very short video and I'll take you through our platform.
The visualized lessons are the heart of our approach. This is where the learning happens. There is no maths without visualization. Research has shown that students retain concept more effectively when taught visually. Visual learners think in pictures like math instruction with pictures and graphs. It takes less time for learners to grasp the concept if taught visually than in a classroom setup. So my team and I have spent 4 years perfecting this course based on learning techniques that works. The result is visually engaging learning experience. We have done the work for you. With every lessons there are illustrations which explains concept better. There are step-by-step explanations and shortcuts that make sense. There is no memorizing here. It's all about understanding the concept and applying them. We have covered every GCSE maths topics and subtopics in this course. These are on-demand, high-quality lessons available to a student at any time. They just need to log in. Remember day 1 and 2? This is where the learning is happening. And that's by watching these visualized and animated lessons. It is designed to be the very best a student can find.
Okay, great, guys. So I want to take you to our platform itself. So this here is the GCSE Maths Masterclass Visualize lesson. So there's a quick activity for you guys. Can you tell me any specific topic that you struggled in maths? Any topic. It could be any topic that you struggled in maths. Anyone? Pythagoras, trigonometry, okay. Quadratics, probability, okay, that's just coming through. Thirds, lucky, I like that. Thirds, okay, I'll get to that. So let's say you were struggling with, I don't know, thirds, just for now, okay? Or standard form. How many of you guys are learning standard form right now? Standard form. So standard form is a very important topic that comes in many different topics, right? So here is an explanation about what standard form is. This is the theory and why we are using standard form. Very large number, very small numbers, easily put in a simple version. And this is the visualize lesson explaining what the negative numbers mean. A lot of students don't understand that what does the negative power mean? And this is explained in full depth for you guys to understand, completely visualize. And these are lessons in specific order, designed so that there is no gap in knowledge. You go through these short lessons. By the end, you are done with standard form up to GCSE level. Let me take you through surds. Surds is a very important topic. So many more lessons in there. So let's say you are stuck with surds at school. This particular video is going to explain what surds are. What do you mean by that? And surds are irrational numbers. What do you mean by irrational then? You're learning it completely visually, and you will remember this visual aspects of it quite simple. And then we are going to simplification of surds, where I'm explaining two different ways to get the same answer. You get the same answer, but if you go through this way, you're going to spend more time, more space, and it's just not efficient. So what is the shortcut is fully explained. And again, this is another shortcut method where you want to go through. These are all correct answers, all right? But this is the one which will take you through the fastest final answer. So this is the idea of visualized lessons. Someone else said to me, a simultaneous equation. How many of you guys have done simultaneous equation? Yeah, simultaneous equation, guys. So there is substitution method, elimination method, but which method and when and why? So this is a lesson explaining which method should you use, when should you use that particular method, and why should you use those specific method. When you see an example, you will know which method you should be using. And that is a short lesson about simultaneous equation after you have learned all the three methods. Moving on, speed, distance, time graph. How many of you have learned about gradient here? Gradient of a line, guys. Now, gradient of a line is something that students learn in year 9, year 10, year 11. It goes all the way to year 13, by the way. So if you have any intention of maths going through, you need all of that, right? This is an in-depth lesson explaining how to work out gradient, where the formula is coming from, and towards the end of this lesson, we are solving some past exam question. This here is a past exam question, all right? Copy pasted exactly as it is. And of course, a lot more quadratic function. Someone else in here said function. Anjas, yes, absolutely. Function is one of the top topic that will come in for a GCSE exam. in a non-calculator paper. And this is how we like to teach functions. Students struggle with functions when it is put in this particular form. What is f of x? What is g of x? But when we explain it in this form, where empty bottles are going into a machine, the machine is filling the milk. That is the function of that machine. It just does one job, which is filling up the milk. And the second machine is filling up some flavor, adding some flavor. So the output of the first machine becomes the input of the second machine. Kept together, we call it the composite function. Simple to understand. And when we finally go to a past exam question, now it's going to make sense. And apply the same concept here, we are solving a 3 to 4 past exam question. And again, this is the idea of visualized lesson. You talk about Pythagoras. I don't know who said about Pythagoras. Who said about that? Who was that? Pythagorean theorem that is fully explained. What's the idea of Pythagoras? How did it come through? Where can you find it? Where will you apply it? Just after that, right angle triangles, trigonometric ratios, exact trig ratios, pyramid, sine, cosine rule. Year 11s, are you guys learning this right now? Yeah? Are you guys learning this? Sine, cosine rule. You guys must be learning this right now. Sine, cosine rule, completely visualized for you. Sector, segment, circle theorems, density, you name it, direct and inverse proportion, all of the topics are here. Completely arranged in a specific order so the gap in knowledge is not there. So that, everyone, what I just showed you is only one aspect of our entire course, just one part of it. So here are some screenshots from the visualized lesson. Um, this here is a pure mathematical concept, and this is an applied mathematical concept. Just going to go quickly over it. This here again is a filter question based on a topic, bearings, and trigonometry. Two to three topics. The diagram was not given, but if you learn this with a visualized format, you will be able to solve such questions. So moving forward, everyone, the next is 920 plus exam board specific tutorials and worksheets in the same platform. So let me quickly go there. And let's go for, let's say you are learning direct proportions. Here is the direct proportion. This is the animated video lessons teaching you the concept. But if you scroll down, these are all past exam questions from specifically just that topic. It is all past exams questions solved step by step. So if I just move on, these are your steps to get those 3 marks. And there you go. Just below that, you have worksheet and solutions. The worksheet is collected past exam questions from that specific topic. So you will find every single topic with worksheet and past exam questions solved like this. So if I go for compound interest, you will see an animated video lesson just over there. It's just loading up. There we go. At the bottom, you have all these past exam questions solved to detail, and your worksheet is here for you guys to download. Now, apart from that, we also offer weekly interactive live lesson, just like this live webinar. It's a group live lesson. And I want to show you how those, before I show you how those live lessons work, I want to show you who is teaching what. I myself teach maths and physics. My background is in engineering, and I've been teaching over 12 years for GCSE and A levels. So I handle maths and physics for year 9, 10, 11, and 12. Chemistry is taught by Lakwir. Lakwir is a head of chemistry at Edviro, degree in chemistry, master's in chemistry, qualified teacher from King's College London, 20 plus years now with private sector. And also she was the ex-head of Chem and Bio in a grammar school. Currently, she's also the examiner for Edexcel examining board. All right. Ati, I'll just come back to that. Roxanne will be handling some part of biology. She's the head of biology at Edviro, degree in biology, master's in chemistry, qualified teacher. 20 plus years of experience teaching GCSE and A levels. And before this, she was the head of King's Inter High, which is an online school. And Shiv, who is also going to be teaching biology, degree in biomedical sciences from UCL, qualified teacher, 8 plus years of experience teaching GCSE and A levels. And he's a biology teacher at a grammar school currently. Ash is handling English for us. Degree and Masters in English Literature, CELTA qualification from Cambridge, and 10 years plus experience teaching GCSE and IGCSE private sector. And currently, she's an examiner as well. So together, we are a team who deliver really world-class quality lessons and helping students to achieve those target grades. So with every lesson, these are all the features that come up. So of course, weekly interactive live lessons with these teachers. These lessons are recorded as well. So just in case if you miss a lesson out, you can go back to it on our platform and revise. And as we move through weeks of lessons, you can go back to any lessons for revision. All right. So a revision pattern is created there. There will be homework for every single live lesson. And how do we prepare this homework? It's specifically from that lesson content and past exam question. I'll show it to you in just a second. Each homework will come with a video solution. Once we cover certain number of topics, we will have regular assessments on our platform. And if you have any questions, you will also have access to a community of students where you can ask questions. Let me show you how that works. So this is just a dashboard of last year's year 11. This year's dashboard is pretty brand new. And this is for year 10 and this is for year 9. So let's just say if we were going for year 11 dashboard, we're looking at the sine cosine rule. This was a live lesson on the 14th of Sep last year at 6:30 p.m. And just clicking on it, this is myself live and I'm teaching this concept. And here is the students' homework. So this is from sine rule, that one topic. These are all past exam questions specifically from that topic. And this is some mixed questions from sine and cosine rule. And these are all past exam questions collected from papers for you guys to work out. And let's say if you are struggling with any of those questions, here is a detailed video solution, which is explaining step by step what you need to do for those questions. So if you're struggling with those questions, the video solutions will also be there. So live lesson where we learn, you have your homework. And if you struggle with your homework, you have your video solution as well. And that goes to year 10, quadratic functions, live lesson. This is your live lesson. This is your homework, what to do. And this is your homework video solution. So every week you will be having homeworks coming through. There we go. That's your homework there for that week. And this is the Gen Z study revision plan in place with us. Of course, year 9 as well. It's the same pattern. After we have completed certain number of topics, you will have assessments coming through. You see assessment 1, assessment 2, assessment 3, assessment 4. But now we have a lot more assessments on our course. This is from last year. And this is the idea for maths. So let me take you back to just the dashboard. I want to show you one or two from physics as well. So with physics, if I was to go to, this is the dashboard. A student will see exactly as I show you here, guys. If I show you for physics, let's say we go for this one. This is physics lesson from last year again. We will be going through specific topics. Let's say we were doing a circuit calculation or electricity domestic use. Every single lesson will have explanation. So that's my explanation right in the beginning of the lesson. I'm teaching the content from scratch. Everything basics are taught. All right. Just after that, from here, we're solving past exam question. These are past exam questions, how to answer the 4 mark questions, etc. And then you will have your worksheet based on that specific topic, just on that specific topic. These are your worksheet that you need to look through with a mark scheme. So that's how our science courses will be laid out as well. And finally, guys, this is our community. So you can access your community right from the dashboard, right at the bottom here. You can ask questions in here. Is there any marks homework this week? A student says, and reply goes, yes, of course. That's the link to the maths homework. If you have any question, you can ask us and we will get back to you in person. So this is a community for year 11, 10 and 9 discussions. You can take pictures posted there and there are moderators on our community and we will be getting in touch with you. So that's how we will flow through the content. And now here comes the most important part, guys, our course timeline. What do we teach? So we will finish in a few minutes. October 2025. If you join Edviro now, this is the perfect time because we're coming to end of September. This is the last time we allow students into the September cohort. The upcoming course duration for year 9 is 10 months. This will run from October until end of July. By end of July, we will have covered 50% of GCSE content. Whether the school cover it or not, we will have covered with exam practice. That's the blue line here. July and August, we will have re-registration and revision lessons. September 2026, you guys who are in year 9 will be in year 10. But by June, which is end of year 10 exams, we will cover 85% of GCSE content overall during that period of time. All right. So we're looking at completing pretty much 85% of GCSE content by end of year 10. That's our timeline target for those who join our course right now. So, but the current course is 10 months from now until July. This is for year 10 timeline. Aditi, I'm just going to come and answer your questions as well. So this is again the perfect time to join Edviro. This is the last one for this academic year, starting in September. We will have, by end of July, everyone, this is year 10, we will have covered 75% of GCSE content for the current year 10s. It's a bit more faster course. July and August, you will have re-registration to year 11. September 2026, you will have your year 11 starting. But please keep this in mind. These flags here, guys, they are close by. Okay, so these two flags are close by, which is July and November, close by. In few months, you will have year 11 mock exam. Very important mock exam for year 10s, current year 10s, which is in 1 year, you will have your mock exam. Before that mock exam, we will finish 100% of the GCSE content for current year 10, which means from Jan, you have about 4 months just exam practice. Okay, that's current year 10 course timeline. This is year 11. You guys are in urgent need of support. We have a very rigorous program. We focus on those grade 6, 7, 8, 9 band only. So in year 11, we don't teach, say, for example, percentages, which was an year 9 topic. We focus on vectors. We focus on functions, those 5, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6 mark questions. That's the focus for higher tier year 11, not the foundation. We do have a different program for foundation students, but for higher students, if you're at grade 5, 6 band, welcome to the course. You can push it to grade 8, 9 band. That's how this course is designed. We will prep you for your upcoming mock exam, but your mock exam is very close, so we will do as much as we can. But please be aware, you need to start external help now. Do not wait for the mock exam result because that will be in Jan. Because the tutoring costs are all-time high in Jan, everyone will be looking for a tutor because of the results from the mock exam in year 11. A majority of students would look for tutor. Exams are close by. So that's the worst time to get a tutor. The brilliant tutors, brilliant centers are all filled up. Mid of Feb, you will have your second mock exam. By then, we aim to pretty much cover the entire GCSE content by mid Feb, end of Feb. March and April, we will be just doing a lot of past exam questions. You have the chance to send us question and we will solve it in the lessons as well. I'll take you through that later on. So that is the year 11 rigorous timeline there. So our platform does a lot of tracking, guys. This is a parent sent to us last year. My son has rewatched your maths video. Just from the first lesson, he has decided to change his approach to learning. He finds your methods easy, likes the fact you get straight to the point by solving actual GCSE question. He passed out with a grade 9 in GCSE maths this year. All right. They're super happy. This is Max, grade 5 to 8 in 2 months, grade 5 in his mocks, grade 8 in his actual GCSEs within 2 months with the Gen Z study revision plan. Max was in 2023. This is Ben, 2024. Ben was a bit shy. His dad was sending us message. 8 in maths, 8 in combined science. Mela, 2022, went from grade 5 to grade 9 in maths and science. A video review is on our website. This is Rafi. Rafi in 2023 wanted to get to medicine, improve his grades in maths and science. He joined the program. He went from 5 to a 9. A video review is on our platform as well. A lot more, but I'm not going to read all of it. But this is Sach, one of our most recent student, year 11, 2025. Sach had 6 grade 9s, out of which she learned maths, physics, chemistry, and biology with us. She got all grade 9s. A video review is on our website as well. This is Sach and her mum. This is Aaron, guys. Aaron was newly moved from India and he was struggling quite a lot to get along with the topic. He got a grade 9 for physics and maths, and then he was checking in with biology and chemistry, and this is his results. Physics, chemistry, biology, and maths. You can see all grade 9s. Those are the subjects he took with us, and he got all grade 9s as well. All right, and he's continuing with us for a year 12 program. A lot more. Here is Akshaya, grade 9, maths, physics, chemistry. Grade 8, 9. Doyle achieved 8. 8 in maths. Rohan got grade 9 in maths and 9 in further maths. Richira 8 in maths, 9 in further maths. Saurish grade 9. Srihari grade 7. And look at this one, everyone. 3s to 4s to a 5. And guess what? I got a grade 7 in maths. And this student, it has taken maths for A levels as well. This is from year 11. She had no chance of getting maths for A levels, and we made it possible for her. She got a grade 7 in maths. Her school allowed to get the specific subject she wanted. She was super happy. A lot more, guys. This is the final one, Trisha, who's learning with us right now, our old year 11. 8 in maths, 1 mark of chemistry. She gave it 4 remarking and she got a grade 9. But the biggest improvement of mine, 9 in physics from my 5 at the start of year 11. This should encourage a lot of students right now, right? A 9 in physics from the start, which is 5 in year 11. So if you compare the cost of tutoring, a one-to-one tutoring can cost you quite a lot, right? Howsam, I'm just coming to the foundation part. A one-to-one tutoring can cost anywhere between 50 to 60 pounds minimum if you're looking for a qualified teacher and an examiner who knows the stuff. And that per subject, it could be 240 plus. But for everyone who is in this webinar, we are going to send you a specific link to get in touch with us so you can claim the offer which we have. So please hold on. I'm going to send you a link and I'll take you through the pricing payment plan, which is available only today because the September cohort is going to be closed. This is the last webinar. So you get access to the visualized lesson, exam board specific tutorial, the worksheets, the weekly interactive live lesson, the video recordings of those live lessons, homework, access to regular assessment and community access for not for the private tutoring cost, not for our normal pricing, but not even our individual subject pricing, even better than what is shown normally. So, if you did want to just register for an individual subject, just one subject, like maths or physics or just biology, it's a one-time payment of 450 for the entire course, 10-month course. Or you could join us with just £60 a month per subject and cancel anytime. But this is only for one subject. So if you wanted to go for any one subject from maths or science, English comes with 2 live lessons a week, language and literature. Literature is heavier, so more lessons on literature. We are currently only for English, let me say that in double quotations, only for English, we are compatible with AQA at this point. If you have a different board, you need to get in touch with us. We will check your compatibility and let you in. But the 10-month course is 550 or a £70 per month with a cancel anytime policy. Now, we also have some maths and science bundle group. I'll have some questions coming on exam board. I'll explain exam board how it works. Maths and science, you will have 4 live lessons a week or 16 to 19 live lessons a month. Within 30 days, you will have 16 to 19 live lessons a month. Year 11s, you will have 50 plus lessons during the month May and June. Within that exam period, you will have a lot of lessons from us. Very important to attend those lessons. So it's £160 per month. With a 10-month course, you can cancel anytime if you wish to. But we also have another plan, which is £250 per month, but it will only run for, the payment will be collected only for 5 months. But the course duration is 10 months. So it's a monthly payment for the next 5 months. But the last 5 months, there is no payment gone through. So the difference between this is £300 and this is coming off the best value. This is the Maths, English and Science membership, £220 per month. With 5 subjects, you will have 24 to 27 live lessons coming in a month, 50 plus live lessons for year 11 in May, June. So it's a 220 per month, cancel anytime policy. We also have 360 per month, but you only paid for 5 months. But you'll have access to the 10-month course. 5 months in the sense, 5 months from now. So that will be September, October, November, December, Jan. But you'll have access until end of June or July. The difference is £400. However, for everyone, as I said today, here is the ultimate bundle pass. And this gives you access to every subject, a total of 1,600, 4 monthly payments of 400. So for the next 4 months, it's just 400 with a cancel anytime policy. It's a 10-month course and it works out to be 160 per month for the whole thing. And that is £6, 20 pence per lesson with access to the entire platform. This is the last time we are giving the ultimate bundle because it's priced for the whole year. And this is available right now. Arush, great question. There's no live lesson, Arush. So to make sure, I'll go through our policy. We are in the business of making things right. Every monthly payment plan, including the ultimate bundle pass, comes with cancel anytime policy. You just need to let us know at least the day before your next installment and we can stop it for you. So there's no notice period. There's no contract, so there is no risk in trying. You are not tied with us for the entire year. So year nines or tens, if you want to try the course, see how amazing the platform is, see how it is going to provide value to you, you can try it with any of the bundle and see how it is. And if you didn't want it, you can stop it. You just need to email us or message us on our WhatsApp. So here is the lesson timeline, lesson timing for year nine. This will be emailed to you guys as well. So how many of you guys joined in um, today from emails? You will get another email with the lesson timing, etc. So this is for year nine. This is for year 11, guys. And this is for year 10. These are the lessons that's running. And also we have a deadline, which is 28th of September. The Ultimate Bundle Pass is only available until the 28th. And of course, we have been, students have been joining with us from the 1st of September onwards. The course is running currently, and this is the last chance to join our courses. So how do you join? Can everyone tell me yes if you guys have got the two links which I've sent to you? I have some questions coming, Arush, I'll come back to all of that. Yeah. Before I So here, if you click on the first link, everyone, this is the first link. You're going to Advero Academy, or you can even just Google us. That's our website. You can Google us. You will find us. If you want to search more about our credibility, you can find it here. These are our teachers, and you can click on our links, Google reviews here. It will take you there. And all the testimonials, which I told you guys, it's here, by the way. You will find all of that, okay? So if I get there, click on Get Started and get started here, or click on the first link. It will take you to the payment page. Select your year group, let's say year 11, Maths and Science English. You will see the Ultimate Bundle. Can everyone see that? And that will take you to 4 monthly payments of 400 for the entire course. You can fill this up, and that will take you straight to your dashboard. And what do I mean by your dashboard? Your dashboard is this. You will go to this dashboard with the courses already loaded up. Okay. So you will also go through a